Hello and welcome to my short YouTube video entitled The Metric Staircase. Now, if you are in Brian Brady's biology course, you are going to recognize this as page 2 from our scientific measurements laboratory. All right, so we're going to use the metric staircase to learn how to make conversions within the metric system. All right, so this will help us carry out the rest of the activities in today's lab, or you can use the metric staircase going forward, right, to any class, right, so that you can learn, or rather so that you can use this to help you easily make conversions within the metric system. All right, so the metric system is used all over the world except for just a few countries, including the United States. All right, so there are only 3 units of measurement in the metric system. Right? Now, in the United States, if we want to take a measurement of weight or of mass, we would measure something in pounds, right? But in the metric system, they only use grams. Okay? Now, if we wanted to measure distances, in America, we measure distances in miles or feet or inches, but in the metric system, they're measured in meters, right? Denoted by a lowercase m. And if we go to the grocery store and we want to buy milk, all right, we would buy a gallon of milk, or we'd buy a gallon of gas. If we go to a pub, we'd buy a pint of beer, right? But in the metric system, there's just one unit, the liter, all right? So let's return to this figure, all right? So we've got our 3 units of measurement, liter, gram, and meter, right? And these are their abbreviations. Now you'll notice below the staircase we have, right, these numbers. So you might remember from your arithmetic class or your math class that 10 to the 0th power always equals 1.0. That 10 to the 1 always equals 10.0, right? 10 to the 2, right, equals, so let's see, 10 times 10 equals 100.0. 10 to the 3 equals 1000.0, right? So if we keep on going up the staircase, 10 to the 4th power, 10 to the 5th power, 10 to the 6th power, this equals, let's see, if this is 1,000, this would be, excuse me, 10,000. If this is 10,000, this would be 100,000. And 10 to the 6 would be 1 million, all right? So we can also go the other direction, all right? So 10 to the negative 1 power, let's see, so let's move this decimal place over 1. Yeah, 0.1, so 1/10. 10 to the negative 2, 0.01, sorry about that, 1/100th. So the 1 is in the 100th place. Here it's in the 10th place. 10 to the negative 3, let's see, so 0.001. So if this is in the 10th, 100th, this is in the 1,000th place. 10 to the negative 4 equals 0.0001 in the 10,000th place. 10 to the negative 5, 10 to the negative 6, 10 to the negative 7, 10 to the negative 8, 10 to the negative 9, etc. All right? So let's go back to this 1.0 place. If you have 1.0 of a liter, you have 1 liter. 1.0 of a gram, you've got 1 gram. 1.0 of a meter, 1 meter. All right? Now, if we go down to the 10 to the negative 2 place, right, then you have 1/100th of a liter, a gram, or a meter. Right? Now, if you have 100th of something in the metric system, we use the prefix centi. Whoops. All right, and the abbreviation is C dash. So you can have a centiliter of something, or a centigram of something, or a centimeter of something. Now if we go down to the 10 to the negative 3 place, this is the milli place. And milli is denoted by a little m dash, right? So you can have a milliliter, a milligram, or a millimeter, right? Now if we go down to 10 to the negative 6, this is where we have 0.000001, and the 1 is in the millionths place. And if you have a millionth of something, a millionth of a liter, gram, or meter, you have a micro of that thing. A microliter, a microgram, or a micrometer. And the prefix looks like a little U with a tail out in front, right? So that can modify liter, gram, or meter. Microliter, microgram, or micrometer. And if we go up to 10 to the negative 9, all right, I'm not going to write all, okay, let's do all the zeros. 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the 1 is way out there in the 9th place. That is if you have a billionth of something. And if you have a billionth of something, we are at the nano step. All right? And the abbreviation is N dash. So you can have a nanoliter, a nanogram, or nanometer. All right. Now let's go up the staircase from the 1.0 to 10 to the negative 1, 10 to the negative 2, and 10 to the negative 3. All right. I'll bet you know of distances in kilometers, right? Well, a kilometer is 1,000 meters. Likewise, a kilogram is 1,000 grams. So the 10 to the 3 step, that is the kilo step. And that is denoted by a K dash. All right? 10 to the 6, mega. All right? So you can have a megaliter, megagram, or megameter. And that means a million of those. Not a millionth, but a million of. All right? So that is our metric staircase. And there are many more prefixes in addition to these. And that can be found in your appendix in the lab handout. All right? So let's see, the first activity in the lab exercise asks us to measure our height in centimeters. So I'll tell you my height right now, all right? I am 175 centimeters tall, right? Now, how tall am I in meters, all right? So in order to figure this out, we have to start at the centi place, right? Because we've got 175 centimeters. So we're starting here, and in order to get to the meters, we have to go that way 2 steps. So we move the decimal place, which is implied after the 5, to the left. So I'm 1.75 meters. All right? Now let's try another one. If I'm 175 centimeters, how tall am I in millimeters? Right? So again, we start at the centi place, and in order to get to the milli place, we take 1 step to the right. Right? So 175.0 centimeters becomes 175.0 millimeters. So you see what happened there? I moved the decimal place over to the right one. How many nanometers am I? Well, okay, how many steps down am I going to take from the centi place? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I am 175, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.0, right? So that is, adding the commas, wow, okay, so 1,750,000,000 nanometers. All right, so pretty easy, not terrible, right? Okay, now say you go to the store and you ask for a half a kilogram, so 0.5 kilograms of, I don't know, apples. All right, how many grams of apples do you have? Okay, so where are we starting? We're starting at the kilo place, and we're going to the gram place. So 0.5 kilos, take 2 steps down, 3 steps down. 1, 2, 3 to the right, right? So 0.5 becomes 500.0 grams. All right. Now, there are a lot of practice problems for you to get your practice in making metric conversions. And you can use this metric staircase to help you do those. And hopefully this will be of help for you in other classes as well. All right. Thank you very much and have a good day.